I got to get up real close and personal with this topic because I think it needs to be said. So I've got a bunch of clients that are afraid of carbohydrates. For whatever reason, it could be carbohydrates have been demonized to the point where years ago it was low fat. Everything was low fat, low fat. And, fat was demonized. And then all this research came out to support the idea that fat probably isn't as bad as we thought it was for weight loss. And then carbs were tied to the problem. So then the fear of carbs started. I mean, people are just so afraid of eating carbohydrates. And again, I am a big proponent of lower carbohydrates. I am not a believer in no carbohydrates, but I do believe that too many carbohydrates, or as I should say, too many of anything, too much of anything is not a good thing when it comes to weight loss. But I think we get so lost in thinking that carbs are bad that we forget that you can overdo anything and go in the wrong direction. If you eat too much protein, you're going to gain weight. If you eat too much fat, you're going to gain weight. If you eat too many calories, you are going to gain weight. Just like if you eat too many carbs, you're going to gain weight. Carbs aren't the problem. Now, I do believe that certain carbs could make it easier to overeat, but in general, we can't demonize a whole macronutrient group simply because you have a lack of control over that macronutrient group. It's not the carbs that are the problem. You eat too many of them, and you eat far too often. I hate to even say this, but the wrong types of carbs. Now, again, I don't necessarily believe in there being any bad foods. I think you can eat any food in the right amount and get a good result. Now, from a quality standpoint, certain carbs, certain foods are going to be better than others. But overall, it's not the fault of carbs. I feel like I need to stand up for carbs. And me being the one to stand up for carbs, the one that always advocates all my weight loss clients go on a low carbohydrate diet. But I do not believe in no carbohydrates because I don't believe overall carbs are bad. I don't believe that completely eliminating carbohydrates is a good strategy for long-term weight loss success. So stop blaming carbs, stop demonizing carbs, and stop being afraid of carbs because carbs are not the problem. You are the problem. You have a problem controlling the types you eat and the amounts you eat. So if you can get control over that problem, you'll have a much easier time losing weight while still being able to eat carbs. And if you need help on your weight loss carb journey, click the first link below in the description, fill out the form, and together we will work on figuring out what the right amount of carbs for you is, and we will figure out everything else that we need to figure out to get you to your weight loss goals.